Hello everyone, welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 The Lizardmen campaign. Today, hopefully we're going to get Kroq-Gar and Mazdamundi's armies together. The keyword here is hopefully. I don't actually know if that's going to happen this episode. But I can assure you it's going to happen this episode. Is dead rats. And lag. The dead rats are kind of more important, though. Sally out. I should be able to take them on the open field. And why are you being so slow? Stop that. Make them go away. Clearly it's the Skaven's fault. They still have a Helping Abomination. Not only does it screw up my graphics, it screws up my processor too. It's clearly the Helping Abomination's fault. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Alright, and I have a Dawnstone for Kroq-Gar. Dawnstones are pretty good. They're not, like, amazing, but they're not bad. They're just pretty good, you know? Alright, you take to Exultal. Oh, I'm going fast again. Avoid the spiders and take the items sounds like the best option. Oh, great. Is that for the entire army? That just seems to be for the Lord, but ew. Come on, Creative Assembly, fix your game. Stop making it go fast when it shouldn't be fast. Should be slow and relaxing. Like a sleepy cat. Which is a very strange metaphor, I just realized, but whatever. What's it give us in the odds if I attack Lord Skrolk? Just for the hell of it. Doesn't let me do that. Let's hide the mortuary of Tzulakwa. And repair it, because, well, why not? Alright, Jungles of Pahalaxa. You can do a thing. You can upgrade the Floating Pyramid with some stuff, if not that population. The Capes has 4 points. There's gotta be something... No, I can't do anything with that. I could wait 27 turns, though. Everyone loves waiting 27 turns to upgrade a settlement. Oh, a stone marker. Activate upgrade. Skink Favelas. Ah, I got on you. I got on you. A Temple Nexus at Axolotl. Finally. Sorry, I tend to get into the season early. Suppose I'm just a big old dork, aren't I? Oh well. Let's get a Star Chamber for at least better Lord Recruit rank, and also, why not at this point? I mean, I don't need it. I really don't need it. Heck, I probably shouldn't even have it if I'm going pure optimization, but it's gotten to the point where I really could not give less of a shit. If I gave less of a shit, I'd probably explode. Ooh, Monument of the Moon. Nothing? Okay. Altar of the Horned Rat. A stone marker. Ah, Holy Ziggurat, expect a thumbs up. That means... walls! Al-Haik can have their shrines upgraded to the final tier, again boosting my already sky-high post-battle loot. I want to see how much I get from post-battle loot bonuses somewhere. Does anyone... Wait, statistics. That's probably from trade. In total, I have spent 5.2 million gold pieces and earned 5.4 million. Huh. Here's how it started. Okay, this is boring. Goodbye. I thought that might do something interesting. Turns out it does not do things that are interesting. It does things that are boring, therefore I don't care for it. It's ton of rocks. Swing down here, I guess? There's 3 settlements here that make this faction honestly pretty strong. Because all of these have ports and all these are elven colonies, so they are all really, really profitable. Tor Elessor, Tower of the Stars, and Tower of the Sun is one of those provinces that you really should get if you're the elves. Like, prioritize it over unless you can get something like, I don't know, the Lore Masters and therefore Legendary Lore, because Legendary Lores are more valuable than anything. Seriously, I can't think of anything more useful than a Legendary Lore to go slap someone's face in with. Assault Lord Skrolk's units! Hopefully damage his army slightly. Critical failure! Frack you! 2 turns, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, looks like they're gonna meet up in 4 turns. Not too bad. Nothing else I particularly care for. I need to get you into Bel-Alade, so in case these forces of Thorhal of Zorn decide to get a clever idea at the Eye of the Panther, the thrill of the fight. Well, I can just beat their faces in. I really want to see what a Tier 4 Gem Cutter's Workshop does with Mortal Empires, honestly, because it's 3% now for Iron Breakers and Hammers, which is amazing. But does it actually improve those lower bonuses for Tier 4 resource buildings? Because as far as I know, the Dwarves are the only one who get Tier 4 resource buildings, so they may not have just put it in. They may just have not put it in, but they may have also put it in. That'd be really nice. Ha! They had Tor Elessor as one of their ritual sites. Yeah, that isn't working out for you well now, is it? I'm going to take a massive hit to my income as soon as the ritual finishes in 2 turns, but I don't care. So, can't think of anything else that's in the turn. Zlathuask is doing a thing? What are you doing, Zlathuask? Right, I was going to use him to scare off Malekith, but Malekith ran away already like the little bitch he is. Mama's boy, you could say. Come on, Sikink. Multizen. But yeah, this episode, I intend to start the final battle. However, we will not be seeing the final battle this episode. We'll be seeing the final battle next episode. So I like to bring up while the Lore Masters are off doing whatever that can't really affect me at this point, because the only way that I could actually be stopped at this point is if somehow they manage to get a force big enough to contest Kroq-Gar and Mazdamundi out to sea that Law to Resolve thought could beat them. Because you can't actually fight battles at sea. Anyway, before the final battle, at which point I am going to switch over to Mortal Empires, please go vote in the Space Battles thread at the top of the thread. I don't believe you even need an account. I don't think I said it like that. So it should be very easy. The link will be in the description, as per usual, as in all my other videos. So oh my, Black Creek Spire is about to go Nagaroth. Whatever. But yes, please vote. Currently the winner is the Dwarves, so if you decide, hey, I don't like those little bearded gits, or whatever other reason you happen to have, go vote. Go vote for who you want to take over the world. What is that? Those are cold wing chariots. Never mind, they're useless. Chariots are amazing under AI control. Under every other control, they're shite. Go away, game. Pyrrhic victory. But the only thing I lost was a skink cohort, and they lost an entire stack, and I got 8.9k. And I can eat these dudes to replenish most of my losses. Pyrrhic victory, my fat, hairy asshole. Really? Ah, Plague Lash games! It's not one of the better ones, I'll be frank. It's not very good at all. Queeks is much better. +8 bonus versus infantry is good on basically every lord. Like, pretty much all of them. You know, game, you could do something interesting at the least, though the Potion of Toughness is nice. Because what it does is replenishes health, increases melee defense, and increases armor, which means it's pretty good for tanking. It doesn't replenish as much as health as a Potion of Healing, though, for hopefully obvious reasons. Man, Flink Meppin has all the skills. Look at all those 3-dot skills on the left there. Flink Meppin is good at level 19. Of course, you got him into an actual army fight, he'd get his ass kicked so hard he'd hit the moon. Which moon, I don't know. Maybe both of them. Maybe he'd go through one and hit the other. Not my job to figure that out. Also, Gregor, you really should have done that better, because you sailed right through that whirlpool, and that really hurt you. Like, you've probably lost one of each on those Hellstorm rocket batteries, and Hellstorm rocket batteries are horrific. Like, Hellstorms are horrific. Alright, fine. You want peace? Fine. Go away. You know what I want? I want to get Krokgar's troops together. That's all I care about at this point. I'm going to maintain the rest of my empire, as I've been doing for pretty much this entire darn game with my standardized builds. But pretty much everything else at this point, I don't care about. I've won. If it weren't for the Vortex thing, I could just keep going. I could wipe out Nagaroth. I could wipe out Ulthuan. Heck, if I'd been bothering with it and wanted to spend the turn time, I could have probably taken over a good half of Ulthuan by now. I believe there's even a victory condition if you're horrifically fast enough for taking 50 provinces. I'm not sure how many provinces there are in the game, though. Yeah, I know, I don't care. Let me look at the victory conditions. Objectives! Destroy all these factions, maintain control of 50 provinces, either by direct ownership or through vassals, which don't exist anymore as far as I can tell, and military allies. I still need to wipe out Pestilence, Nagaron, and Lore Masters. I'm aiming for the Vortex victory, though. Alright, let's go through the usual stuff and see if I can grind up to all this. Alright, you're still being worked on. Southern Great Jungle. Zoltl! Upgrade Zoltl. You need a level up, because you beat up Lord Skrolk. Ah, that's right. That's why you have a strange number. Alright. When I think about it, that was probably a very poor decision for him, but whatever at this point, you know? It's very hard for me to go, oh, I'm kind of worried. Will this decision cause me problems? 'Cause at this point, I know it sounds arrogant, but what could stop me? It's one of the issues with late games in Total War Warhammer. I'm not sure if it applies to earlier Total Wars, because, well, I haven't played those, so I can't say. But if anyone has played earlier Total Wars, please do tell me if the late game is basically just sitting around and waiting is also a problem there. So I'll be honest, it's one of the few things that I'd really be willing to go to town verbally on this game for. I can't think of many other complaints, but that one, yeah, me no like. Me no like at all. Little by little, I am closing the gap between Mazdamundi and Krokgar. Sorry. Shouldn't be singing, I'm not very good at it. And you're taking attrition. What are you taking attrition from? Healing! Healing! Wait. If I get this... Oh, that is going to help so much in the final battle. Oh, that is going to help so much. Oh, so much. I need to spend some turns healing, obviously, but that is going to help a lot in the final fight. Everyone in the army now has that bonus of plus 8 AP damage, plus 15 armor, plus 8% weapon strength. Look at that. I think my Temple Guard could probably take on Iron Breakers if you stripped out Iron Breakers' grenades. Granted, a lot of things to take on Iron Breakers if you strip out the grenades, but the point of Iron Breakers are probably one of the strongest infantry in the game still stands. Yeah, colonize Kuexalt. Oh. I go for alignment of crafting, but I don't actually need it. I guess I'll just go for the alignment of monuments for a little more research and some Winds of Magic reserves. And quit Jarek, you have Rally, what was it? Epicentrist. There we go. Take it. Take it, get to work. Pretty much everything you do is irrelevant at this point, though, mate. Knife Morlock. Ah, a Zoat servant. Zoats are pretty useful. Slippery, melee defense and speed. Pretty good for running away, and also pretty good in a fight. Plus 27 melee defense is nothing to sneeze at. Usually, at least. Granted, there are lords who can just sort of laugh at that, like Archaon and his 100+ stats. Granted, Archaon is not one of the top-tier dueling lords, but that's because... well, he came into the same faction as Kolek Suneater. So it wasn't really fair to him in the first place, because you're matching him up against a guy who is, among other things, titled Mountain God. I can probably make a fairly strong argument for that. They're much closer than they used to be. I can even fit them on the same screen. Look at that! Alright, 2 turns to there, 2 turns to there. Yeah, this episode is probably going to be short, looking at that. So I might not, well, so I might take the extra turns that will be spent, you know, replenishing Krokgar's army, because I don't want to go into the final battle with anything less than my absolute best. No one should go into the final battle with anything less than their absolute best, frankly. Otherwise, yeah. It can get really nasty if you don't bring your best. And I'm probably in the worst faction for the final battle, because my ranged attacks are terrible. Like, don't get me wrong. Lizardmen artillery is probably the strongest. well, it's not the strongest, but it's very good. Simply because it doesn't care about cavalry. After all, a normal cannon crew, it's a bunch of humans with a big metal tube if you charge them with horses. A Lizardman cannon crew is, well, first off, it's a laser cannon, which is inherently better and more awesome because lasers make everything better. Second, it's mounted on the back of an Ankylosaurus, with a bunch of angry humanoid raptors on its back going, "I hate you and I'm going to kill you! And I have a pointy stick!" But the Ankylosaurus is kind of the big issue. Now, granted, it does make them more vulnerable to Grail Knights and the like, technically, but honestly, if you run a card of Grail Knights into any artillery that isn't a Cygor, it's going to get wrecked. Even an Ancient Stegodon will get wrecked by Grail Knights if you're good with them, and if you've got the buffs for them. Especially if they're Grail Knights in the Fey Enchantress's army. The Fey Enchantress is silly. And amazing. It's completely viable for the Fey Enchantress to just build an entire stack of Grail Guardians and Grail Knights and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh as she proceeds to ride in on her unicorn and stab people to death. The unicorn probably helps with the stabbing too, because unicorns are assholes. After all, they're just a horse with a horn, and horses are assholes too. Man, when was the last time we saw that bar not favor me? Look at that thing. Completely orange. Hey, Hibiscus, what are you doing? You're getting out of a storm. Sensible lizard man. I was about to say sensible man there, but yeah. Are you going to do anything interesting, Clark or On? Because I allied with you mostly so that you would play more aggressively against Nagaroth and therefore die more slowly. But really, you haven't done much. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on! Alright, Sartosa, what do you want me to do? You want me to join a war against Greybeards? No, I'm unreliable. I don't care, because the only faction that could confederate me at all is the Sentinels of Zeti, and they would... Even if they say no to Confederation, I could take them with one stack. The only issue would be chasing down their last stack if they decide to be gits about it. Oh, are you going to march out on Belalade? Because that really wouldn't end up well for you. You didn't. Good. Maybe there's hope for you after all, Dowie. Carrick Zord has just been sitting there the entire game with those stacks, and I don't even know what they're doing with them. What is Zorn's AI even for? Now granted, if I was feeling really Lizardmen, I would declare war on the Bowmen of Arayan, bust up their settlements up there, let Carrick Zorn claim them, and then proceed to immediately make peace as soon as the dwarves were in their proper place and the wood elves were in their proper place. But I don't feel like it. Ah! Final ritual cutscene. Let's go. Doesn't that look cool, eh?
The great warding is restored. Energy flows unhindered through the geomantic web.
Yay!
But the vortex remains in peril. The horned god of the rat spawn threatens to pierce the mortal veil.
That's not good.
forces gather on the Isle of the Dead, where the greatest battle of our age will be fought.
All right.
The treacherous Gracier Skaven assemble at the eye of the vortex, my lord. Their bid to summon the Horned Rat must fail. Attack and gain control of the vortex yourself.
Oh, I have 5 turns. Scheisse. I thought I had 10. Okay, this could get very awkward very quickly. Okay, first up. Altar of the Horned Rat has a port, so I should be able to sail into there. You're a little bit dinged up, but you should be fine. You need to get out through here. So that's 1 turn that I'll have to spend just mucking about. Oh, right, I replenished my own sea territory. Oh. Yes, it's less turns I'm going to have to spend mucking about, but Krokgar is going to be at full health, and I'm going to want him at full health. Want his monstrous units. Damn. Okay. If I select him, I can just teleport him there. However, he can't be at sea to do it, so... yeah. Okay. Just in case something manages to go horrifically wrong, I'm going to continue to maintain and upgrade my empire. Neglect is for the weak. You know? The Vampire Coast can do a thing. Yes, the Awakening can hit tier 4, finally. Took you long enough, you oversized garbage can. Here we go. It'll not finish before the series. Here we go to infinity. Here we go, across the cosmos. Here we go. Don't know where we're going till we're there. I loved Battlefleet Gothic Armada. It's not really the kind of game that's really fun to let's play, because you have to think too much. And a lot of it's the same thing over and over. Plus the final battle is just... It's hard! The final battle of that game is very, very hard. It's a fun hard, but you have to reload and save several times over, and yeah. I wouldn't know which one of my attempts would actually be successful, and I refuse to do post-production commentary. It just feels dickish. Alrighty then! I don't care. In the turn. If I get Krokgar into a city, he will heal much faster. Alright, do your things, whatever. I don't care at this point. The rest of the world can burn. The rest of the world can burn. The final battle is here. Something to note, the final battle will not take up an entire episode, hour-long episode's length. Don't think it'll do that. But it's longer than I could fit in this episode. When I played it, it was quite a bit. But maybe because I tried to play it harassment-like. I also, as a joke, played it with an entire stack of harass archers. The second time I went through it, but that took several hours. The only reason you can do that is because of one of the gimmicks of the battle. Oh, Alistair the White Lion. Hello. What are you doing? What were they doing? Wait, I don't need to care anymore. I can just win. You can take Lothern back at this point. I'd still win. You can spawn 20 stacks out of the Aether. Drop them right at my capital. Siege me down. Start wrecking my heartlands. The oldest parts of my empire. The best fortified and best built up. And you know what? I would still win. Victory at this point is not precluded on anything like conquering territory or fighting armies or industry or logistics. No. At this point, there is one victory. One single victory. Get my Krokgar stack as strong as it can be. Strong as possible. No questions, no exceptions, no doubts, no nothing. And then hit the final battle in the face with a stack full of angry Temple Guard, Carnosaurs, Horned Ones, Stegodons, and Krokgar and Grimlock himself. It's been a long, long time since we've seen Grimlock and Krokgar on the field. I believe we've had a few auto-resolves, but nothing, significant has hit them. I guess everything was just scared of Krokgar. You can't really blame them. Part of Krokgar's backstory is that he spent about 2 or 3 centuries in the warp continuously fighting daemons. Yes, continuously fighting. Constant, unending battle. I'd like you to think about that for a moment. 2 to 3 centuries of continuous, unending battle. There is a reason he is up there with the frog who can destroy an entire city. In the fluff. In this game, Ruination of Cities does not actually break cities. Which kind of sucks, but I can understand it, because fluff Slann are ridiculous. Like, once this turn ends, I think I'll be able to show you how ridiculous they are. But the geomantic web is not called that just for show. It's literally the energy of the planet, from what I can tell. That and a hell of a lot of feng shui. Feng shui? Feng shui, I think. Could be wrong. Could be right. Doesn't really matter at this point. This point. Doesn't really matter at this point. This point. This point. This point. Hello, Crag Helheim. You can't do anything to me. No one can do anything to me. No one can hurt me. Nothing can stop me. Alright. Fine, I'll join in. What the hell, why not? Yeah, whatever. I don't care. None of your actions have mattered. None of your actions will matter. You do not matter anymore. Good, they didn't actually accidentally grab them island. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Bugger. Oh well. It's a lot better than the other option. Maybe I should put in the Spastilodon with the solar engine too? I've got enough of a front line. Let's rock it. Alright. Fortified grog. Oh! 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 Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Did you see that? 25% physical resist from my whole army! Oh! Oh! That's good! That is delicious! That is amazing! That is great! Oh, that's good! Oh! Sorry about a little freak out there, but that's really good. That is really, really good. I'm better is that I had time to get the vaults back up, because one of the stacks in the final battle is Scave, and plus 10 leadership against all of the factions wouldn't hurt either. Still, oh. I am so happy right now, you would not even believe. I know I was being very loud about how happy I was, but seriously, that is the best possible thing. The only better thing I could have gotten out of that was if I had gotten regeneration on the roll, which is possible but super rare. If I had gotten that, the final battle would be won. It's not a question. The final battle would have just been won. Just imagine a boot stomping on a face forever. A big, scaly boot just stomping on a face forever. That would be the final battle after that. Alright. Empire built up. Everything else I don't care about. Is there anything I can do to Krokgar's army to make him better? And oh! Next time, someone going to fully replenish. I'm going to pray that the Skull Reef gets me something besides the 10k, because it can get you buffs. Usually it doesn't, but it can. I don't care about your skill points. I don't care about your not moved. I don't care about your not moved. I don't care about your skill points. I want to end the turn, and I want to start the final battle this episode. In turn. Krokgar needs to get to land, and he needs to get out of a stance. Once those two things happen, we're ending the episode, because as soon as he's on land and not in a stance, we can do the final battle. And then the episode ends. I know this is very bad Empire maintenance, by the way. You should also move around your lords and heroes all the time, but at this point, I win. Or lose, depending on the outcome of this battle. There's nothing else to it, really. I'm going to win, or I'm going to lose. Based on one fight. One fight to rule them all. One fight to find them. One fight to rule them all. And in the vortex, bind them. Yeah, vortex doesn't really fit with darkness. Doesn't really have the same sort of soft sound afterwards, so it doesn't really work. Pity, it's a nice quote. Techless, no matter what you do at this point, you're not going to win. You know that, right? I would have to fail the final battle for that. If you think I can fail the final battle, well, you'd be right. I could fail the final battle. I don't think I will. Whoa, so that's what they're planning at Quintex. That could be a problem. Interesting. Hodex column, circle of destruction. Do 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 do. Just hurry up, game. I am no longer worried about anything. You know what? Just to hurry this up. Because none of this strategic screen matters anymore except for the tiny segment that contains Croc Gar. It used to be that Croc Gar and Mazdamundi were the only ones who mattered, but now it's just Croc Gar, because I'm not sending Mazdamundi into the final battle. We started this with Croc Gar, we're going to end this with Croc Gar. No questions, no doubts, we are going to do it. Go away, Halen Head Reaper, or whatever the frack your actual name is. Sequence of purpose. Good for you. Your skinks have purpose. Wait. Wait. A reindeer standard. Completely useless. Alter the Horned Rat! Unfortunately, I'm in a stance, so I still can't teleport to the final battle. I'm also garrisoning a settlement. Let's get out of here, and it will now say, I'm in a stance. If I was not in March, I'd be able to go. I would end this episode right here. As is, you're going to have to suffer through another 10 minutes of me quickly doing these things. With a minimal thought. Except for Zottel. Zottel I'm going to give thought to. Granted, it's not much thought because it's pretty firmly built, but yeah. Little by little, my forces rebuild. By little, I mean I'm building up an enormous amount of troops right now, like wow. Not troops. Basically what's going on is that it's going to be very, very hard to crack open this place. Slowly. I'm going to win. All of my front line, but the Blessed Temple Guard have really strong armor. Blessed ones still have something screwy going on with their armor, apparently. Also, don't seem to be getting a weapon strength buff. Wait a minute, are they not getting a buff from heavy iron? They must not be. Well, that's annoying. Oh well. There's nothing I can do about it now. I have literally 3 turns. Skip, 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 skip. I said we're ending it this episode. We're ending it this episode. I said we're going to start the final battle this episode, rather, and we're going to start the final episode of this battle. Look at how small all of these are. The biggest one is the dwarves, and they don't even have any major factions left, because I've kicked... Because they're not a major faction in Total War Warhammer 2's Vortex campaign. They are one in Mortal Empires. Indeed, they're probably the most dangerous faction in Mortal Empires, if under AI control. Because the dwarf economy is silly. But we'll be getting to that, unless the votes rapidly change, in 2 episodes. Alright. Let's see what pointless work the AI does this time as we are on the final turn of the standard strategic map of Total War Warhammer 2's Vortex campaign. Leia Quinn, whatever you do up there will not matter. Whatever brave holding action or gigantic fight you have, it won't matter. You don't matter anymore, elves. You don't matter anymore, dwarves. You don't matter anymore, humans or rats or anything. There is only the Vortex remaining. No one else matters. The heirs of the old ones march. Blades in hand, and armor ready. All that is left is my own victory. Drake Cleaver is actually a pretty cool name, though. I'll give him that. You have a good name, Tuaran Drake Cleaver. That is a good name. You may be completely pointless, and all of your actions will amount to nothing, and all of your hard work and slaughter and battle will amount to nothing, because I've kicked your factions out. Because your faction can't actually do anything to me. But hey, at least you got a cool name, and that's better than pretty much everyone else. That's an interesting item, and also pretty powerful. Oh well. Morphin Rot. Mighty Morphin Rotten Rangers. Probably fan art of that. Probably fan art of Zombie Power Rangers somewhere. It's the internet, and zombies are everywhere with The Walking Dead and crap like that. So, again, probably fan art of it somewhere. Where? Dunno. Somewhere? Almost certainly. Didn't I hit speed up last time? I hit speed up last time. Hurry it up. Hey, you're also a Drake Cleaver. You actually have a pretty decent army. Blackguard, Witch Elves, all we need is Dark Charger Shields, and they'd have a really tough group.
Saw you chotai, saw you outside.
No, Krokgar, you didn't lose at all. I have taken it back for you. You have Zoto back, my old scaly friend. And you're going to keep it. Procrastinator, lazy, and indolent can get really bad. Procrastinator is kind of bad, but lazy starts to knock you down your campaign movement range. And indolent is awful. Now, solitary is pretty good. Independent's pretty good, and Lone Wolf is really good because it's one of the very few ways to get Strider, which ignores all terrain. If you get Strider on someone like Krokgar, it's kind of silly, honestly. We can teleport. I'm not sure. Guess we're going to end the episode here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be the very best, like no one ever was. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them in the comments section below, or in the threads on space battles and sufficient velocity that will be linked in the description. And for now, goodbye.